Welcome to this week's episode of Listen to Your Coaches. I'm your coach, Mike Wilkins, here with Coach Will Morrill. And as always, we have the young producer, Max Gerald.
You got me that one.
Dude. I got myself too. Damn it, that one was too good. I got myself. It's okay. Everybody calm down. We're going to get into the show. Okay.
I'm legit crying.
All right. Today we're going to talk about some things pertaining to MMA.
Okay.
But first, the first thing I want to talk about pertaining to MMA is somebody check in the back on your boy Jack Slack, because that's
dude.
2 episodes gone by without a new one. What's up with your boy Jack Slack?
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still getting it together. That was
Okay,
a good
here,
one.
I'll take over again. We're going to talk the 247 Fighting Championships fights that happened this past weekend. They were phenomenal. We're going to touch on the STOUT PGH in-house tournament and how sick it was. And then we'll hit that UFC 322. Do we not have a UFC event this weekend? We do.
I think we do, yeah.
There's fights this weekend.
Is it 22?
It's UFC 322.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the UFC that happened. We got to talk about my fantasy score.
We'll touch on the fancy. Yeah.
And our
Just
picks.
UFC everything.
We'll go over that.
Yeah, all things
We're
UFC.
just not going to go super in depth on the whole card, but what pertains to us, we're going to go over.
All right, we're ready. Let's rock. Okay. All right. 247 Fighting Championships. Let's take it from the top. First out the gate for your STOUT PGH. What's our mascot?
Lions.
The Lions? Are we the Lions or are we the Thundercats?
I mean, hey, man, I'll go either.
We should come up with one. No, we're the Lions. Right, the Lions, because...
Yeah, it's a head
we
of
had
lion.
Didn't we have a lion costume? No, we had a mascot, and there was like a contest like name the mascot, and it was like a lion and a gi.
No. It was draw the mascot, right? Or was it name the mascot?
I don't remember, dude. This was Donut Shop days. Okay, so first we had Zaki fight his amateur debut. Young kid, 20 years old, came out, threw it down.
He sure did.
Give us a rundown of this fight, Coach Will.
All right, so, man, I wish I wasn't so giggly because there's a hilarious part of this fight. But
We talked about this hilarious part this morning at practice.
oh, that's glorious.
Warren loved it.
I'm sure he did. So let's just start with the good parts, right? So first off, super composed, given that he's 20 years old, right? Like, just didn't seem like nervous at all, right? Just totally ready. Had some good moments standing, had some excellent takedowns, but the greatest
Dude,
moment...
he had one takedown, and I knew it. His first takedown, big double, hard slam. He spiked his own head into the mat, and I could tell because when he stood up after the funny part, it was like his neck, and I was like, dude, I've done that. I was like, you got to watch when you're doing crazy slams, make sure you don't go head first.
Yeah, dude, like you see that sometimes where dudes like knock themselves out.
Yeah,
don't want that. But anyways, so let's get to the hilarity. It was from what, north-south, right?
No, he was removing himself out of an armbar. So his
And he was,
opponent
like, top
slaps
guard,
on
that's
an
right.
armbar, right? Now, this is a novice amateur fight. It's both their debuts.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the novice PA rules, which is shin guards, 2-minute rounds. But the most notable thing that you notice is you are not allowed to ground and pound to the head. Mm-hmm. So this is on a grounded opponent.
Right.
You're not allowed to strike the head on a grounded opponent. Which is like the one thing that makes it like more weird than like some other rule sets.
Yeah.
So he gets an armbar applied to him. He stacks him, pulls him out of the armbar, so he's standing here, and then he goes to throw a ground and pound strike. And we informed him that you can't hit the head, so he's trying to hit the body, but his opponent is rocked back up on his shoulders because he just coming off of an armbar. Mm-hmm. So dude. Straight to the dick. Just ground and pound. Boom. Straight to the dick.
Also, I'm pretty sure he like grabbed a leg, like he was gonna like pass it over, and he just went, and like used it as like a laser guided.
Yeah. Oh man, it was like something you don't see every day. Like it's the rule set that made it happen.
Right,
like, you know what I mean, like you're trying to hit the body, which is now like vertical. So like the target area is very
like the kid was okay. I don't think it like changed the outcome of the fight at all. So like it's all.
I mean, you're wearing a cup, like
right.
I mean, I don't know. Unless the cup gets like moved, like I don't understand. Like
yeah. It wasn't that real.
What's happening here?
But anyway, so he won.
Yeah, he won. What did he end up winning by? Didn't he choke him out.
I thought it was an arm triangle.
He
was either
wasn't
arm triangle or rear
triangle.
naked.
Maybe it was rear naked choke.
He might have transitioned to a rear
I was
naked.
making the post this morning, and I was like, dude, I don't remember how the fight ended.
I think he put him out too, because I remember they wouldn't let us in the cage until the doctor saw him. Yeah.
Either way, he won.
But either way, great debut. Got some work to do, polishing up some things. Very raw, but we're pumped to have him. Yeah, cool. Let's move on to the next fight.
Next up is Brian.
Oh, Brian, Bad Man Mitchell.
Yeah.
All right, so Brian moves himself to 3-0. Dominant performance. Hands look great. Getting nice and tight. Some strong strikes there. Heavy strikes. Great takedowns. Just really good grappling, all in all. 30-27s across the board. Probably could have gave a 10-8 in one of those rounds, but in these amateur rounds, it is kind of hard to go catch a 10-8. Coach Will?
Yeah, man, I hate to sound like a broken record, but same thing that I was impressed with Zaki was, his presence. And he was just like, even like when his opponent was blitzing at him and landing, he never at any point looked like he was like, oh, like I'm freaking out. Like I want to be out of this. You know what I mean? Like he's just like.
There are some footwork things that we could like work on there without like,
Yeah.
But like it never looked like, oh no.
Exactly.
Like this is dangerous. One thing I will have to say is he displayed like this, like kind of the longer I've been in the sport, and especially the more like as a coach that I'm noticing, there's like this like little like kind of like it factor that I see happen. And it's when you do something in a competition that's like
a little extra wild,
little extra like big dog shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, and like it's one thing to do it in practice when you're training against your friends and there's no consequence to you doing something and it ended up not working or whatever. But he stepped over his opponent like to try to take the back in a super casual manner.
Yeah, dude.
That is like, it's just like it was kind of like it had like a little thing to it. And to do that in competition, like have that come out naturally, especially early in your career, right? Like later in the career, it starts to become a forced thing.
Yeah.
Early in the career, it's like a little bit of something of like where your mind is in this competition.
And like you said, it came out naturally, right? It's not like he's, as the kids say, clip farming.
He's, it just like came out like, or whatever. He also landed some crazy knees to another opponent. Too. Yeah. Like the ability to control somebody, put his opponent in turtle, hold him in turtle while him standing and deliver some like serious knees to the body.
And I know that he was like bummed that he didn't get to finish, but also I'm like, I think that's good for his career, like where he is right now, is to have to fight a game opponent for the whole time.
I could have told him before this fight he was getting a decision because he had a submission in his first fight, a TKO in his second fight, or a KO in his second fight. You got to get a decision.
Yeah.
He like one of the things about Brian is he is like a complete fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, he's good at everything, right? Like he doesn't have like major like obviously he's a little stronger in some areas than others, but he doesn't have like major weaknesses. Whereas a good portion of the fighters, you still come in with some kind of a background, some kind of a base, right? And it's like, okay, well, like this guy's a wrestler, grew up wrestling, so this kind of like works in his favor. He came in like clean slate, so like he's very well. So
I'm still thinking about what you said.
The jokes, okay, yeah. So he's very well rounded in that sense. So someone that well rounded obviously would need to get all the different finishing.
He's got a
opportunities.
He's got a little Thanos glove. He's got to collect them all.
Yeah, he's collecting them all. Congratulations, Brian. Now moves to advanced roles, which will definitely benefit his game, not hinder it.
Also, shout out to Brian. Unlike some other coaches, he actually made it to B-dubs afterwards. So, right on, Brian.
Yeah, good for Brian there. With that being said,
next up, Logan.
Yeah, wait, no. We're still on Brian.
Oh.
I want to say something about Brian. What do I want to say about Brian? Something about Brian. Fuck. Well, there he is. We see his picture up. Look at him.
Well, here, let me take over a little bit too. Something else that's been really impressive for me about Brian is like Brian showed up not in the best of shape. In every single fight, we see him in better and better shape. And like that is a testament to like dedication outside of the gym.
Yeah, he showed up. He was a fatty.
Yeah, you can show up and train hard and build skills, but your body never changes, right? But like if your body starts changing, it means you're doing things outside of the gym. And like that to me shows a lot.
He's a big old fatso. We used to call him Fat Brian. Now we don't. Now we call him Brian Batman Mitchell. So, that's what I want to talk about. Dude, how hilarious was his post-fight speech, though?
Yo, dude.
Bro, okay. How's this dude? Dude, so I had trouble hearing it because, like, it didn't come through great in the arena. But, like, you know, I got the context clues on it. So I don't make sure I'm not, like, messing up. But, like, he was just talking shit on Lucas.
Yes.
Right? Like,
Yes.
He's just in the cage talking shit on his teammate who's the main event.
Yeah, dude. It's so funny.
He was like, I'm from the Berg.
You guys have your Pittsburgh guys.
He was like, Lucas, he's not even from here. He's from, perfect dramatic pause for the moment, Ohio. Like, oh, dude, it was so good.
Bro, it's so funny.
I would love for that to become like maybe like a little like team like thing that we do where like in your post-fight speech you talk shit on one of your teammates. Like, you know what I mean? Like what's that called? Like I don't know. Like when your team has like a thing that they do.
It's like a camaraderie building.
Yeah, whatever, yeah. So from now on in everybody's post-fight win speech, you have to talk one line of shit to one of your teammates.
Yeah.
Think about how fun that would be, because you'd be like, oh, I wonder if he's going to talk shit to me. Like, who's it going to be?
Right. And then you gotta
like kept it a secret. And like,
and also you think about like some fire bars. You're like, yeah, dude, my next fight, I got one for you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That's cool. All right. So yeah. All right. I'm good. Done with Brian now.
All right. On to Logan.
Logan was in a war.
Yeah, dude. For sure.
Saturday.
Which, by the way, I watched it back. Not even close to being legal.
Yeah, I told you, dude.
So Logan opens the fight with a switch kick. Because I told him
straight to the fucking head.
I was like, Logan, you kick super hard. I was like, I want you to kick him really, really hard in the arms. And he was like, all right, cool. And he goes out and rips a kick. And like, I'm just getting settled in the corner. I'm like, you know, look, people think when you're next to the cage you have like the best view, but like that's not necessarily the case.
It's fairly obstructed.
When I saw it land, I like kind of convinced myself, like, oh, maybe it like landed here.
I mean, the kid blocked it with his arms, so.
But I was like, oh, I think it like maybe landed here, and like the kid kind of ended up like hitting himself or something. No, I watched it back, like it went like right there, and luckily the kid had his hand in the way and like was okay and kept going. But like, definitely
so
too
Will
high.
looks at me, he goes, that was legal, right? He was like, that was legal. I would like to see a replay. He literally, Will grab, he's like, I would like to see a replay, right? And I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm in the corner. Who was with it? Was it John with us? Yeah. John, one of the commissioners, was our like inspector for that. So he was sitting behind with us. So there's a member of the commission sits with the corner to make sure we're not, doing wild boy shit. Yeah. Which we be doing sometimes. But like, I was like, dude, that was definitely not legal. I was like, you can't, like, I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, that was straight to that kid's head.
I was like, oh no, man, maybe I gotta look. I looked, you were right.
No, dude, that was not a legal fight, legal kick.
But anyways, this kid was super tough. He didn't seem to care at all. Chip brought the doctor and he was like, I'm good. So they kept scrapping.
Yeah, when you bring the doctor and he didn't get hit in the head, like, oh, check his arm for that illegal head kick. Yeah, it was an illegal head kick, right? But what constitutes a legal head kick? Or an illegal head kick? Don't you have to kick their head?
I think it has to land above shoulder level. That's my definition.
Is that in the books?
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, where is the book? I don't know.
It's online, dude. We did an episode way back when the podcast sucked worse than it does now where we went into the rule book.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you didn't kick him in the head. Kicked him in the arms.
That is true. Hey, that's a good point, actually.
Because the second one was straight jaw, though.
Yeah.
He kicked him in the head a second time?
Yeah. It was like the last second of the fight, right?
Nah, I think it was the second or...
Was it a teep or was it a round kick?
No.
It was a round kick.
The very last strike of the fight.
Oh my God, dude. What is going on here?
It was twice, but the second one just flicked his jaw because we were sitting off to the side and we saw his head rattle and then he looked at the ref and we were just like... First of all... Sitting next to Jonas during this whole fight,
dude, I'm sure
fantastic,
hilarious,
dude. Every time Jonas is like, "Nah, that shoulder, he's being a bitch." Ref, he wants a way out. He's like, "That road up, that's clean." We ride, and then he starts like, and I was with him on this one, but he started like big chest and like getting the crowd behind him and everything because he's like getting ready to go back into the fight after getting kicked in the head. And Jonas is like, he goes, "Why are you bitching then?" And I'm like, dude.
Oh, man. Well, actually, not to go off on a tangent, but just thinking about like what I just defined as a head kick. anything above the shoulders. Now I think about it, I'm like, that's not true, because what if someone's playing like a guard like this and you go and you kick him in the wrist? Like, that's totally legal.
Yeah.
Right? And that could be above the shoulder.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Whatever, dude. Let's just...
Hey, that's why we're coaches, not judges, not refs.
No, let's just... You know what? Let's just, like, not care. But, you know, he lost a 29-28 decision. In all transparency, correct decision.
100%.
In my opinion, from my view, Logan lost the first and second rounds and then won the third round. But yeah, you know, so, hey, it's good to go get a round win. Like, you're down too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people pack it in. Then.
And it's not like
what happens a lot when people are down 2-0 is they come out hot, throwing like, they're like, I need a finish. So they start like,
I'm going to get a finish or just survive if I don't get it.
And then like a certain amount of time goes by and then they're like, okay, I'm not getting the finish right here. Oh, I don't want to get tired. So I'm going to just kind of like float it. And then I'm going to go hard right at the end. And then time runs out.
Right.
Yeah. So he at least, you know, fought hard in the third.
For sure. And also like, it's not like he just had like a close like wrestling match and like didn't get cracked. Like, he got cracked in the first 2 rounds, and to go from that to coming back and winning the third is really impressive. So
yes,
I'm happy with that. Yeah. But that fight, you know, gave us some good information on, you know, things that we got to work on now, and I think a couple adjustments, and that becomes a winnable fight for him.
Yeah, I mean, so in this fight, he showed very good kicks, and he showed some decent boxing. But he never showed them together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I think that's like kind of the story of the fight. Oh, also good takedown defense.
Yeah.
But I think that was like the story of the fight was like he did a lot of things good, but he never did them good in unison. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's move on.
Next up is Sean.
Oh, boy, Sean. Sheesh. So, Sean 3-0 heading into this fight. Wins by first round TKO. Dude, Chip was down
Bro.
to let this boy die.
Yeah, man.
Chip thought, the intermission. There was an intermission. This must, because Chip will let a pro fight go.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I'm not taking money out of your pockets, whatever. Chip, for sure, went into that intermission like, all right, that's the end of the amateur fights. Now we're coming back from intermission to pros, to 3 pro fights, right? Yeah. That's definitely what happened. Because Sean was beating the hell out of this boy.
Yeah, man.
Kid tough as nails, but
for sure,
some of the nastiest like ground and pound that is allowed in amateur fighting.
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful on Sean's part. He, you know, won in the striking department. The kid shot on him.
I remember he was ground and pounding him for so long that we went in the back after the fight, and I was like, hey, how'd you take him down? I don't remember your takedown. Yeah. And he was like, I don't remember either.
Yeah.
And then like he was like, oh no, he shot on me, and I like sprawled and went and hit a go behind. I defended and hit a go behind. And I was like, oh yeah, that is right. Yeah, we were all just like, all of us just paused, and like everybody had that look on their face, that like thinking look, like looking up at the ceiling, like with squinted eyes, like, how did that happen?
You know what I think it is like when you see what is potentially the start of a finishing sequence, like your brain starts recording in like a higher frame rate, and it takes more, you know, like memory, and so.
That is horrific.
We were like, oh, it's going to be like 10 seconds of this. And then you know, stretch that out for like a minute and a half.
Chip ran through all my data. Right at the finish, my brain popped up and was like, I need to clear up some more storage space.
Oh, shit.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, but now Sean's 4-0. You want to know what's crazy? You want me to hit you guys with some fun stuff?
Hit us with some stats.
All right. Sean, on April 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sean was 0-0. He was 0-0. It is now, then on November 8th, he became 4-0. So that's 4 fights, and how many months is that? April 26th, so May, you know, June, July, August, September, October, November. So not even 7 months. 6.5 months. 6.5 months. Boom.
It's impressive.
4 fights in 6.5 months. Dude, that's sick. Kid's for real. All right.
Got some fun things coming up for him.
Yeah, we got to talk to him though soon.
Whoa. Main event.
The main event of the evening. We've got Lucas Steel City Seibert taking home the inaugural 247 Fighting Championships professional bantamweight title, becoming the first fighter in 247 Fighting Championships history to hold both an amateur belt during his amateur career and then a pro belt during his pro career. Also becoming Stout PGH's first ever professional MMA champion.
Right on.
Right on. Freaking Jag.
All right, on to the next one. No.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Like, what a piece of shit. Why would you do that to me? Right in my hometown.
Right in front of
right
you.
Right in front of me. Why would you come in here and win a title just
How
right
dare
in front
you
of
live
me?
your dreams directly in front of you?
Directly in front of my face. No, that does bring up a point, though. Like, so we hadn't had a pro fight for a title since I fought for the CFFC lightweight title, and that was December of 2016. Okay?
Wow.
Yes. And I fought for the Gladiators of Cage lightweight title. I don't know when it was.
For what it's worth, I think you won that fight.
2015. The Gladiators of Cage one.
Yeah.
I think I won that fight too.
Yeah.
I think I won the first and third round. I think it's kind of crazy, and I think they should go back.
And you know
they
who
should give me
thinks that you
damn
won
belt.
it more than both of us?
Who?
Dom.
Yeah, Dom. Oh my God. Yeah, Dom definitely was. He was pissed. He's like, "You won that fight? How could you? I won that fight." So in that fight, the first round very clearly me. Second
Yes.
round very clearly Rob Hanna.
Uh-huh.
Third round it was closer, but I had like back rear naked choke mount and stuff, and he had top guard for a little bit.
And also, like, if you look at your period of control
And I
versus
had
his
takedowns.
periods of control, yours was like 3 minutes and his was like 2 minutes.
Mine was 3 minutes, and it had dominant positions.
Exactly.
His was like 2 minutes, and it was just in a top guard. And I had the takedown.
But here's the thing. Recency bias, and remember, fight judges, not always...
Bullshit.
Not always
bullshit.
the smartest.
Well, because of that, Lucas can thank those judges for him being the first Stout PGH professional champion. No, but like it's like you hear about it a lot of times with coaches who were also athletes. You know, you want to bring your fighters to a place higher than where you were, and there's a lot of truth to that. But what they don't tell you is like it does kind of hurt a little bit, right? Like it does. Like you don't feel this way? I'd assume you don't.
I don't at all.
Because you're not a dog like me.
Yeah, I'm
right?
not a real athlete, man.
I'm a big dog out here, right? I was trying to be the best. And but it's like, damn, dude, like it feels really good for him to do that, but it's like, fuck, man, I wish I did that too, you know? It's kind of like how you feel.
Yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I kind of lived vicariously through the fighters that I was coaching to a degree, and that's just like really dropped off over the years.
I mean, I'm mad at him. I'm not happy. No, I'm saying I'm happy, but like, you know,
I
like,
know.
There's like, it's
You
not that
you
I
can
don't
hold
want
both
him
of
to do
those
good.
things at once.
Yeah, but it's like, oh yeah, you want your fighters to do better than you. Like, you definitely do. You definitely do. And then when they do it, you're like, did I want them to do better than me? Did I? Oh. But now that it's behind me, yes, I did.
Well, and also, again, dude, you're a complex human. You can hold both of those emotions at once.
I am
and
a
like,
complex human.
And it's not like, it has nothing to do with Lucas. It's just, that's what's going on in you. And like, I think that's super cool that you tell people that. Like, you know, like that's the kind of thing that most coaches are probably like, oh no, I don't feel anything like that. And no, that's a human thing.
I think there are a lot of coaches like you don't feel like that, right? I think most coaches don't feel like that. They probably don't feel like that, but like, I think they just, you know, didn't have it like me.
I think a lot of them do feel like that.
When it was go time.
Bro, I'd be willing to bet a lot of coaches feel that way, but they just don't admit it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had to guess. But again, I'm not inside of these dudes' head. I don't know.
I mean, ultimately, I'm doing it. You know, I haven't sabotaged Lucas yet. But let's talk about the fight, man. Oh,
Yeah.
man, what a performance. This is one of those fights. First off, we're going to get our review going. So we typically, after Lucas's fight, we let some time cool down, and then we bring him in this studio. Behind the camera, what you guys don't see, where Max is, there's a big TV we have up, a computer, and then a whiteboard off to the side of the TV. So we'll watch back his fight, you know, pause, rewind, write down some notes on the whiteboard, come up with a game plan on what area of development we're going to attack next, and things like that. And like, you know, weighing all the factors, like when's the next fight? What are we trying to do? You know, what's the low-hanging fruit? What's urgent? What can wait? Things like that. So we'll do that probably pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah. next week or two for sure.
And the whole point of me bringing that up is I don't think I'm going to have too much. Like going off, I haven't watched the fight back, but going off my memory, like a lot of really like in my area, a lot of like just being solid as hell.
Yeah.
You know?
So what's kind of cool about my department is he did really, really well, but there's also things for him to improve upon. And then there's also, which is funny to say because he has like such a wide variety of like strikes, there's still some things that he hasn't shown yet that like we trained for this fight that I'm like, oh, now we can keep refining those and put those in the right places. So yeah, like I've got a lot of cool things to work on with him, which is like really cool, even though he was dominant in that fight. So it was pretty much perfect for me, you know?
So it'll probably be a big striking block then coming off of that because like his grappling was just like
really dominant.
Very limited in any missing positions or like, you know, like making like I just don't know what I would fix.
Right.
You know, like, yeah, could you have done things maybe a slightly bit more crisper? Yeah, for sure. Like whatever. Could we work more on like, you know, maybe some ground and pound like combinations and things like that? Yeah, for sure. But there was nothing like
there were no huge tactical errors.
Like, we got to get on that. You know, we like good thing this thing didn't happen or whatever. Which we need to fix that.
Can we talk about how impressive that is? Because his opponent is super good and he's a black belt.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's awesome. And another thing that's about this fight that's really cool is like this dude, I know Lucas said it in his like lead up, you know, interviews and everything about how Terry had like the blueprint to beat him. And like, that's true. You know what I mean? Like Terry is the kind of fighter who's just going to go forward. He's, you know, relentless with low kicks. He's relentless with takedowns and just pressure. And he's impossible to put away.
Yeah.
And like that, you know, theoretically on paper is how you'd beat Lucas. And then boom, we went and, you know, beat that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, I mean, I was very pumped. There was a clip, you saw that Instagram post?
Which one?
The one of me going nuts in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like, because, like, I like to be thought of as, like, you know, like I give good advice in the corner, which I do. You guys should hear me corner. It's impressive.
Yeah, but sometimes you just got to go nuts, dude.
In that moment, that was just like the whole old squeeze.
But for what it's worth, I wasn't much help. I don't know if you saw me in the background of that video. Yeah. Lucas sent me that video and he goes, you in the background makes this so much funnier. And it's just me doing this.
At one point, I'm just like slapping Warren. I'm like, oh, dude, it was fun.
Yeah,
so that video, if you guys know what we're talking about, that video was taken during the last, like,
20 seconds or whatever.
Last 30. No, well, I know it was more than that because I looked down at the time. I go 30 seconds.
Oh, okay,
yeah. But Lucas like went from attacking a Darce to a mounted triangle, stepped over to a mounted triangle, and then just went kind of nuts from there. And
yeah, super sick.
Super sick.
Yeah, a couple flying knees. He had that. It's a bummer. It didn't really show up that well in the live stream of it, but he had hit a nice little spinning elbow in there too. And like, yeah, a lot of fun little things in there.
Max, how inspired were you by your hero Lucas's performance?
It was cool. I was happy to see him do that. And I like what was saying, I saw a lot of things that he did that I actually saw him working on deliberately, like in the camp.
No way. Get out of town. You mean Lucas did stuff in his fight that he practiced?
Yeah,
That's a novel idea. Dude, we can revolutionize the sport. Guys, things you do in your fight, you guys should try practicing them in the weeks leading up to your fight. Because then you'd probably be a little bit more crisp, you know, have a better understanding and maybe even like some timing variables. You might be able to perform it better in your fight if you practice it in the lead up to your fight. Maybe we should, bleep that out. I don't want to give out these secrets.
Yeah, I'll cut that. But no, that was really cool. I saw like a minute into the fight. He did I'm not going to throw around all the words and stuff, but Terry threw a low kick and Lucas hit he just like hollow legged it and then followed it up with the exact sequence that you guys have been working like a couple weeks ago. That was really cool.
What was the code for that? Since you want to give away all our secrets, Max.
Marbles.
But yeah, he did a lot of cool stuff that I may or may not have seen him drilling throughout the camp with different maybe non-existent code words.
Mm-hmm. And that's something else is Lucas, continually does a really good job of listening, and he rides that line perfectly between so sometimes, and particularly for me, if I call something, some guys just do it right away, no thinking, and occasionally that's good, but you got to still set it up and time it properly and everything, and then some people just ignore you. Right. And Lucas is perfect. I'll call something and then right at the right time, boom, that's when he hits it. You know? So yeah, very impressed with that.
Cool. All right. Anything else?
Man, I don't know, dude. Super impressive. Super proud of him.
Yeah. Cool.
Should we talk about any things that are coming next, developmental blocks, things along those lines, or just let it rock?
Let it rock. All right. Let's bump off. We're going to move to our in-house tournament that we had the morning of these fights. So my day was kind of busy. Mm-hmm. I woke up. Oh, hold on, Max.
I was just going to say, by the way, because we mentioned that these were the same day as the fights, Brian Mitchell was working at the Stout fights the day of his fight.
Yeah, let me give a tip of the cap to the young Brian Mitchell, improving himself to 3-0 after working for 4 hours.
Yeah.
For me in the morning. Actually, more. Brian showed up to open mat that morning.
Got a nice practice in.
He did.
For real?
Yeah. He got a couple little shake out rolls
in.
Yeah, some flow rolls in or whatever. And then we were having some technological issues when I was trying to run brackets and weigh-ins and stuff. So I needed Vince to come help do some computer crap. And so Brian basically helped teach the jiu-jitsu class. And then he ran a table for the entirety of the tournament.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah. So our in-house tournament, we held at the Monroeville location. I really like holding the tournament there. I think it's a really good spot for the tournament. Parking's plentiful. Mm-hmm. It's close to my house, so I like that. And for everybody, right? If you're coming from like Zealy or whatever, dude, the turnpike's right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Strip would obviously be the most central location, but on a Saturday. Bro, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck parking. And I just think the layout of Monroeville leads to a really good tournament format, right? Mm-hmm. We could have a third mat. We ran 2 mats. We could have a third mat in there and still have plenty of mat space for people to warm up, plenty of space for spectators to sit and watch, things like that. But it went really well. Very smooth. I'm trying to think of some of the highlights to it. I didn't get to see a lot of the white belt matches because I was on the blue belt table. And the reason we separated the mats normally I separate the mats, let's say there's going to be, I run the brackets, I count all the matches that are going to be in the brackets, and there's going to be 60 matches in this tournament. Well, then I split the brackets as evenly as possible so that way roughly 30 matches happen on mat 1 and roughly 30 matches happen on mat 2. But there were different roll sets. White belts they ran your typical point scoring roll set, and blue belt was stout fights rolls. So it was sub only with a unique overtime.
Right.
So to avoid any confusion of what rolls, and also times white belts were 5-minute matches, blue belts 6-minute match. So to avoid any confusion, I just did blue belts on one mat and white belts on the other. Did you not know that was a 6-minute match?
I had no idea how long it was. I just went to war and said stop.
Yeah. So your first match was 9 minutes. Your first match was 9 minutes, and your second match was 7 minutes and 54 seconds.
Yeah, that makes sense. In hindsight, I just didn't even think about how long the actual
It's a pretty long match. That's a long jiu-jitsu match, a 9-minute jiu-jitsu match.
Mm-hmm.
That's long. Yeah. For example, if you're a brown belt in the IBJJF, your match is 8 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I felt both. It was more of a weapon in the second match I had, but the first one, afterwards, even I lost the decision. But the kid was like, "Are you not tired at all?" And I was talking about that stuff, but I could feel the cardio was definitely getting pushed.
Yeah.
In those 2 matches.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, let's just go to the blue belts. So this was a qualifier for stout fights. So if you won your division, you could have a match on stout fights, which is our professional grappling super fight card. We host it yearly. It's a really cool card. I main evented it once. I made my black belt debut in the main event of it. It was a super fun experience. So for blue belts to get on it, like you can guarantee yourself a match on it if you win this tournament, right? No, you can win this tournament and be like, hey, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like you weren't obligated to do it. But it was like a qualifier for it. So I'll go through the divisions. So at the 145-pound division, we had Shenzo, who's a stout PGH guy, Max, and Ice Brown from the Mat Factory. So our very own Max and Ice Brown. They were in a round robin. Max ended up losing a decision to Shenzo, a referee's decision. So Max looked fucking unbelievable, though. Like, the whole time, I'm just walking over to, like, Brian and Erica, and I'm be like, are you guys seeing this? Like, Max is, like, doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like, Max looked like he's, like jiu-jitsu was his primary sport.
Right.
You know, his guard passing, his footwork, like, you know, all his sequencing, his leg lock defense was just, like, crazy. It was just crazy, right? He was defending leg locks like he knew what he was doing. When I, in fact, know he doesn't know what he's doing, right? Like, he's slipping his heel, like, separating the legs, like, turning at the right, like, pace and in the right direction, and withdrawing his knee when the opportunity was there, as if he knew what leg locks were, right? Like, typically, in order to do that defense in that manner, you have to know the offense, right? Which he doesn't. Guys, he doesn't know. So that was really impressive, but he ended up losing a decision because his opponent had, like, a lot of leg entanglement attacks, right? And Max reacted super great to them. If it was a points match, Max would have won. And, you know, like, I kind of thought Max won that decision anyhow. But, you know,
is what it is.
A certain judge didn't think so. And that judge was the most important judge, and his name is Warren Stout. So then, in the second match of that division, it's Shenzo versus Ice. And they go into overtime. Now, the overtime rules are kind of cool. What you do is once you get into overtime, you start in back control. All right. It's very similar to EBI overtime, but it's different. In EBI overtime, you start in back control or spiderweb. Here, only back control. So that's one difference. The second difference is it goes fastest sub or fastest escape. Right. So we keep time of it. Like, if you get out in 19 seconds, then your opponent has to get out in 19 seconds or faster, or you win. Right. If you sub in 54 seconds, well, then your opponent has to sub faster than 54 seconds, type of deal. This, you go the whole minute. You start back control, but you go the whole minute. So if I escape, we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. And there's no timing of it, right? It's like you have to sub.
Right.
Okay? You still keep track of the time of the sub because that might come into play, but you have to sub. Yeah. So each of you get 1 minute go, starting on the back, right? So that means you could start defensively, you could escape, and then submit them.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So in Ice's match, and he survived his whole back control when he was on the defense, and then when he was on the offense, he was able to submit Shenzo at 54 seconds of the round. Okay. So then it's Max and Ice. They're going, and they have a good match. They both get some good takedowns. Max got some dominant positions. You got the mount from the straddle.
Yeah. I got takedown. I would hit the Sean Williams straddle stuff that we've been working on.
He ran the seminar. Yeah, he ran the seminar stuff. Got the mount. Was really good, but did not get the submission. So they go to overtime. Max's defense first in overtime. He escapes, and that's good for the overtime. Now it's Max's turn on offensive overtime, and Max gets the submission. So he wins. Wildly enough, Max's submission occurred at 54 seconds. Okay? So now, here goes what we have in the bracket. Everybody in the bracket is 1-1. We have a three-way tie. Who goes to stout fights? Well, how can we start to break this ties? Well, we go to criteria, right? Number one criteria is submissions. Okay, so now Max and Ice both have submissions. All right? Cool. So now, unfortunately for Shenzo, he is now defaulted to third. So first and second is between Max and Ice. So whoever has the quickest submission, they win, right? And it turns out their submission was exactly both at 7 minutes and 54 seconds of the match. So we had no quickest submission. So then, in my opinion, the third criteria would be like, all right, well, now that it's narrowed down to you two, it's head-to-head, right? Max beat Ice, so Max should win, right?
Right.
But that criteria was not clearly defined in the rules meeting. So we took this as an opportunity, and they will rematch on Stout Fights on December 20th at St. Nick's in Oakland.
That's super sick.
Yeah.
Right on
so that's
max.
max. The 155 pound division, dude, these dudes were dogs. For stout, we had Devin Golicki. I'm not sure about how to say his last name. I'm going off of memory. But he had a good tournament, taking third. And then Matt Factory closed out the final. Well, they didn't close it out. They wrestled it out. They competed it out. But they were top two. Winner was Eric Warren. Does that sound right?
That's the short blonde kid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Dude, looked super good. I had heard about him too. I knew who he was. I think just through some social media stuff and maybe seeing him at maybe some local tournaments or whatever. But I didn't know how good he was. But Erica was like, hey, this kid's like super good. So I'm pulling up the tournament right now. Yep, Eric Warren. Okay. I was wanted to make sure I got that name right. Yeah, he just like looked like a straight killer, dude. Straight killer, good wrestling, good passing, really good chokes. Like just like was about it. So he'll be on Stout Fights, so we'll be looking for a match for him. But yeah, I just was like super impressed with him. The 170 pound bracket, we had 4 stout athletes in it, including our very own Zach Snyder.
Ooh.
Who did throw up after his first match. Zach wins his first match by rear naked choke, standing rear naked choke.
Awesome.
Yeah, go figure. And then he lost in the semis to Cody Becker of the Monroeville Stout squad. That was in overtime, though. Cody got him with a rear naked choke in overtime. On the other side of the bracket, Tyler Rubright and Jordan, they had a really good match. Jordan popped his knee in the match. I think Tyler might have had a leg lock on him. So Tyler moved to the finals. And in the finals, by leg lock submission, Tyler Rubright will represent Stout PGH at Stout Fights on December 20th. So we'll be looking for a match for him at a roughly 100. This was at 170, but like they don't have to compete at the weight that they wanted at, right? So like Tyler's like, he's more of a 65er, right? Not a 55er, but a 65er. Right. So he's like, okay, cool. But yeah, Tyler just looked sick at the tournament. And then there are 3 weight classes left: 190, 220, and heavyweight. And I talked to them. There was one heavyweight, Garrett Lynn, dog, love him, absolute beast. I want to say something about him too when we get to it, but he was the only heavyweight. So I go to the 220s, and there were 5 of them. I go to the 220s, and I'm like, hey guys, or there were 4 of them. I go to each of them, like, hey, well, any of you willing to do a match with a heavyweight? And they all said yes. And I was like, that makes my job really easy. Since you're all willing to do a match with a heavyweight, nice. I'm putting them in your bracket. Yeah. Right? Now, here goes the caveat, though. If he wins the bracket, then whoever takes second gets the Stout Fight spot. Yeah. You know? But that puts him in the bracket, which is cool. And then one of the 190s misregistered, right? And weighed in at 210, right? So I think they accidentally registered for the division one below. So that leaves me with 190, right? My man Nick trains out of the Strip District location. Let me see his last name. Oh, Meglino, the homie. So I'm like, Nick, you're the only one at 190, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I don't care. He's like, thug it out, right? I'm like, all right, let's put you up, right? So the 190, 220, and heavyweight brackets all combined to make the coolest bracket of the day, a 7-man bracket. That's right? In that bracket, dude, we had sick matches. There were dudes. There's a dude in this bracket. I'm not going to say his name, but he did not win the bracket, nor did he even medal. But he was so good that he, I keep a list. He's getting a purple belt, right? Sick. Like at belt promos. He's getting a purple belt. He didn't even medal. That's awesome. He didn't even medal, but I was like, he was this close to winning the whole thing. But I was like, damn, dude, I was super impressed with him. But tournament went really well. Garrett, the heavyweight, weighed in at 253. This boy, I got a highlight clip of it. This boy hits an Imanari roll to a leg lock. 253 pounds. Just drops, inverts, spins, leg straight, like to an ankle lock, dude. It was sick. I clipped it off the security cams and sent it to him yesterday. So I got it on my phone if you want to see it. That was sick. But the winner of that bracket ended up being Dennis Officer Turchin Hodgic. Not a recruit Turchin Hodgic. He's going to be he's finishing up the academy here in like January. He looks like the Terminator. He looks like a cop.
Yeah.
You know Dennis, right?
Maybe.
Oh, you know Dennis. Does Dennis look like a cop?
Yeah, he
If
does.
you did this to him, he looks exactly like RoboCop.
Okay.
He looks like
Like
Dennis-
I swear to God, if we like ran into him at like, you know, a bar or Whole Foods or whatever, and I'd be like, hey, guess his occupation. I would put a large sum of money that you're gonna say cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, that dude's a cop.
Max, have you ever seen RoboCop?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in like probably over a decade. Does it hold up at all?
Everybody knows what it is.
The
Yeah, I know,
original.
but I just wondered if you saw it. Yeah.
For what it is, it's not bad. Yeah.
Cool.
I think it holds up in the same way that like Predator and like Alien do.
Predator
you know?
holds up.
But anyhow,
Those
so
are maybe not Alien. Alien holds
listen,
up really
no one
well.
wants to hear about this dumb shit. Yeah, so Dennis will be getting a match on Stout Fights as well, and we look
Sick.
forward to it. Dog, he's super young too. He just turned 21.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's cool. Like I said, I didn't get to see a lot of the white belts, but I heard about some great performances. Hey, STOUT PGH students, sometimes I worry that when belt promos are coming up, people don't compete in fear that it might hinder a possible promotion. So something to know at this tournament, 3 people got added to my list. So I try to keep a running list so that way I don't forget. Like, oh yeah, I wanted to give this guy a blue belt, right? Like, you know what I mean? So I keep a running list. 3 people were added to my running list. Out of those 3 people, only one of them won the tournament.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only one of those 3 took first place at this tournament. You know what I mean? So it's not about like winning and losing. It's about displaying your jiu-jitsu, and the jiu-jitsu you display in a competition setting does mean more to me, right? Like, you know what I mean? It means more to me than when you're doing it in practice, like, you know, or in an open mat. Like a competition setting, it like shows me a little something else. So competing, you don't have to compete to like elevate your belt level or like to be good at jiu-jitsu or for me to consider you a certain belt or whatever. But it never hurts. It can't hurt. Like you can't go do this tournament and like lose and it hurt your stock.
Right.
It can only improve your stock. That's it. Yeah. So really good tournament. Had a lot of fun at it. It ran really smoothly. You want to know why?
I bet Vince probably ran it, right?
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, no, I ran it. I ran the brackets and I developed a new bracketing software myself on Google Sheets.
Hey.
To where I literally just like after I weigh people in, I can just copy and paste the names and I drop them into the bracket and it separates and seeds everybody and separates by school too. So that way you don't get a first round matchup against somebody. Like if there's 2 Mat Factory people in it, right? Like it'll separate them.
Right.
Now stout people, like some of these brackets, it's like 5 stout people and 1 like person from another school. Well, then your first round matches are going to be against stout people, you know? But yeah, so like, yeah, I just like had an epiphany. I was trying to use Chat GPT to make these brackets for me, to make them easier. So I was playing around with like prompts and stuff.
Yeah.
And dude, it just would not freaking work out, right? But during it, it just like gave me an epiphany. And I was like, oh, I can just do this.
Yeah, you're like, I know exactly what I want. So I'm just going to make it happen.
So like it kind of worked. It kind of taught me that I didn't need it. So yeah,
Right on.
that was cool. All right, that's the in-house. Let's move.
Sick. What's
All right,
next?
let's get into the UFC. Let's go Bonfim Brown. Did you watch any of the fights on the way back, like after the fact?
I saw some of the finishes, but I didn't watch like any of the actual fights.
So none of us watched these fights.
Yeah, I don't even think I saw highlights, if I'm being honest.
We were super busy. I saw one clip. I saw go down. Who's the co-main event? Him. I saw Joseph Morales run an X guard.
Oh, I saw that because you sent it. Yeah,
I literally spent the last 4 weeks in my advanced jiu-jitsu classes, which I encourage the fighters to be in. We were working the correlation between X guard and single leg X and entries into there and like what to do from there. Like basically just like a block around it. And then bam, right in an MMA fight, you know, and these guys like Jags. See, I know what I'm doing. But you know what the big thing to talk about? Let's talk about the listen to your coaches DraftKings Fantasy League, which is currently now up to 13 participants, and you too can partake in the LTYC DraftKings Fantasy MMA League by DMing me. I want in with the emoji, the gun emoji, okay? Because I was looking at Lucas, and it says sniper. on there because that was his old name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get into the way it works is you field a roster of fighters. They each come with a certain salary. We don't set these. DraftKings sets them. And you get a $50,000 like salary cap to build your best 6 fighters for that fight card. And based on how they do in the fights, they score points for you and your team. This week in the competition, somebody reigned supreme while others not so much. We had 12 enter this week. The only person in the league who didn't do it was Brian Mitchell.
Yeah, he forgot.
I mean, he was fighting, dude. He was fighting.
No excuses.
He was cutting weight when I made it, weighing in, and then he taught classes, ran a tournament, and then fought. All right. So, man, I tell you what,
dude, I really fell from doing pretty well.
All right. So we're gonna go bottom up. 12th place, Zane. Come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Aaron in 11th. Coach Will, 10th place.
You know, I feel like I kind of did Aaron dirty too because I gave him my tactic that I used that got me into that bad place.
Yeah, well, you know what? Sucks to be tall. Nasty Nate Dufresne up in Zealy. 9th place. Pick it up. Vince is hilarious. Vince is so funny. Vince is like, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm having a real good. I'm having a real good week in fantasy. 8th place. Bum. Isaiah Schaefer in his debut of the league this week. 7th place. 6th place. Danny Jones. I think he was
He was first last time. Yeah.
First last week. Yep. How far they fall. 5th place. The young producer, Max. Millions of dollars. We got Ethan up in Zealy. Ethan with the handshake. In his debut week, he takes 4th place. PJ, solid performances. A bronze medal this week. I think he was silver last week. Those are his first.
Me.
Oh, you? Yeah. Okay. PJ has had good performances. Yeah. Right? In 3rd place. Chris, PG, in 2nd place. And your champion in 1st place with an outstanding 646.98 points. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this. You could take 2nd place. You could take 2nd place and then add Will to their team. Will and the 2nd place person could combine their points together. They could have 12 fighters and still not beat your boy, Coach Mike Wilkins.
You want to explain what's so incredible about your score, though?
It was impossible to be beaten.
Yeah.
I managed to keep under the salary cap the 6 top scores that week.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So the 6 fighters out of the entire card who scored the most points were all on my team.
Dude.
Which means that I would have won any contest I entered. I would, because you could not, like, I could only be tied.
It's a bummer you only did one extra.
Yeah. So some of these, like, you can put like $5 in, enter your roster, and there's like 40,000 people in it. Yeah. So like the winner gets like 30K or like something. I would have won all those, but I didn't know I was going to do well. So I only entered our bullshit free one.
Now all you get to do is sit here and talk shit.
Yeah, but I do want us to record that the points on that to see if that I can't.
What was it? 650 something.
646.98.
Dude, that's insane.
So I had Gabriel Bonfim score me 94 points. Josh Hokett, an outstanding 139.24. Is that Joseph Morales? Yeah, Joseph Morales with 100.56. Is that Chris? Padilla with 106.43. Maybe that's Chris also. Duncan, 99.7. And then, is it Jamal Emmers? 107.05.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
So I just dog walked the whole league. Cool.
Is that going to happen this week again?
All right, Max, bring up this week. Oh, here we go. No, that was last week.
Do you want to look at picks right now, or do you want to wait till after we look at this week?
You want to give any of your strategy, dude?
My strat? All right, here goes my strat. I try to use all my dollars.
Yeah.
Right? I try to I use
zero.
I like my remaining balance to be zero. So like I'll like finagle.
For me, if it's like under 300, I'm like, okay, maybe if I think I'm making good choices, I'll like let that rock. But yeah, a lot of times I try to get it to zero. Where I really messed up this week is I was like, yo, What's the guy's name? Jimenez, who fought Hokit?
Yeah.
I was like,
Max
yeah,
Jimenez.
He's a super high level competitor. Like, he probably won't get put away like too fast. And also, like, Hokit's a wrestler. He'll probably take him down. Maybe he'll, slap on a heel hook while they're still, dry or something. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be sick. And he was like 6,000 or something. And I was like, that opens up so much money for the rest of the roster. And boy, did that backfire. He got me 1.2 points.
Actually, part of my strat usually is like I pick somebody like super low, so that way, because like it's very rare that you get 6 winners,
Right? Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I think like I don't think any of us have ever had 6 winners.
I don't think I ever have. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So like it's like, okay, if I pick like someone I know is gonna lose because they're super cheap, then I might be able to get 5 winners, and that will do it. That'll typically win it for you.
And also, I pick my lose. Like, if I'm like, I don't think this guy's gonna win, but his style is gonna make it so
Like
that,
he could score points. Like, oh, this dude gets a bunch of takedowns, or this dude is durable, so he's not going to get finished.
Exactly.
So he's probably going to make the 3
or has a
rounds.
high output and maybe racks up some points that way or whatever. Yeah.
You can click on their profiles and see how they've scored in recent fights. And I always look at, like, if I'm taking like a low value pick, I look at how many points they scored in losses.
Yes.
Not wins.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, this dude lost a decision but still scored 50 points. I'm like, okay, I'll take that.
That's worth it for sure.
All right, let's look at this week. So we got Jack Della versus Islam Makhachev.
Dude, you know what's weird about this fight? If you would have asked me who,
I'm super excited about it.
Dude, me too. If you would have asked who I thought was going to win like 2 months ago, I'd be like, yo, Islam, no problem. And as we get closer, I'm like, oh, dude, I don't know now.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
don't know. Now,
right?
the last time that happened, I was like, dude, Chimaev is going to crush DDP. And as we get closer, I'm like, dude, DDP's a tank. He's so good. Oh, I don't know. And then we saw what happened. So now I'm like, did I just curse JDM by thinking that? You know what I mean?
No, dude, I don't think so.
He's got Craig, though.
So look at the numbers. Look at the significant strikes landed per minute. Look at the significant strike accuracy. Look at the takedown advantage. Look at the takedown acceptance. What's the ACC? Is that's accuracy?
Accuracy.
How you accurate?
It's like how many attempts versus.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, let me ask you this, kind of like a coaching perspective. So JDM has a very unique style of defending takedowns,
which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Which it should
First
be.
off, let's start with that. Okay, I have a 2-part question. One, can you break down kind of how he does that? And then 2, is there anything about Islam's style that tells you that's going to be a good or a bad thing for JDM?
So it's only going to be a good thing regardless, because it's a great thing to do. What JDM does, he uses like a high guard. All right, like a old school
boxing style, yeah,
a boxing style high guard, but he uses his level to match and defend against takedowns here, right? So his head comes with him. So it's actually like wrestling, right? Like we try to match head level, get our head in the way. The only like difference he's making for the MMA, right? Like he's going to make your like modifications for MMA, is that he's doing it with a high guard, where in wrestling our hands would be down, blocking the legs, with our head being the first contact. Head can't be first contact because you'll get knocked out here, right? So I just think it's phenomenal, and that's why it's very difficult to get to his hips for takedowns. Now, that's going to benefit you. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah.
Right? It's really great technique, and something that I think like we're going to see a lot more in MMA moving forward. And like, he should receive a decent amount of credit for it.
Yeah.
For being the first one to make it like a thing.
Yeah.
I
mean, rode it to a championship.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm sure other people do it, and he's probably been taught it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's the person who brings it to the public.
Exactly.
Who gets credit there, and at a championship level, which he has. With that being said, Islam shoots below the knee. Jack Dell is getting taken down, and he's getting finished. Give me Islam for my pick.
Interesting. You don't think that Craig can work his magic?
No, Islam by finish.
Interesting.
You don't think that any of his like pure jiu-jitsu get-up ability that he showed in the Bilal fight is going to play a factor?
No.
Why not?
Islam's way better than Bilal.
Islam's grappling is phenomenal.
Also, dude,
Bilal? I hate to be the one, because I'm a Bilal supporter. First off, I think Bilal gets a lot of hate because it's like trendy to hate him.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, but what in Bilal's career would lead you to believe that his grappling is anything like Islam's?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that shows it's that level.
He's got a more American style of like MMA grappling, where Islam's,
Team Eagle.
Yeah.
Also, I think that one of the things I was concerned about for Islam's success is like how big he could get.
Like if he could get big enough, let's not forget Islam is an enormous lightweight. Also, you guys heard he's on the sauce.
Is that the case?
The creatine.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like, I started taking this stuff called creatine. Holy shit. Like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw the videos of him and they're like, yo, he's huge. And I was like, oh, he does look huge, actually. Which I feel like I'm pretty objective in that because when they did the same thing with Ilya, I was like, I don't see it. But Islam, I'm like, nah, he's like a legit welterweight. I don't know, man. I would say my brain is leaning Islam, but just so that I can pick opposite of you.
There you go, Jack.
I'm going JDM.
Before we move any further on these picks, let's go over our picks from last week because I just want to see where we're at.
That's actually a good idea, too. See how reckless I need to get.
Yeah, so last week we made picks.
I'm, 4 behind you, I think?
We all went 3-1 last week. We all went Bonfim. We all went Morales. Will and I both went Medic. And Will and I were both wrong on
Ricky
Simone. Where Max took Barcelos, but he took somebody else. Yeah.
Dude, isn't it crazy that Ricky Simone?
So we all went 3-1, which brings our records. Max 77 and 71. Not bad. Small round of applause. Will 83 and 64. Will, like, I don't think we'll pick enough fights this year that you would finish below 500. There's not enough fights left in the year. There's not.
To say.
What am I? I can't see that far.
It's 87
and 60. What? Does that make math? Yeah, that makes math. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. So, Will, you led like the first 8 months of the year. How do you feel that I took a 4-fight lead over you?
You know, man, I'm bummed that you are now ahead of me, but I'm not bummed the way I went about it. You know, like I went with my heart.
Wow.
Sometimes that pays off.
Wow.
You know, I'm okay with getting a bad result if I went about it the right way.
You know what? Me too. Very enlightening. All right, we're back to the score. We're back to the fights. 322.
Dude, this is a great card.
Shevchenko versus Weili. Oh my god. Give me.
Dude, this is hard. This is real hard.
What? This is.
Okay, so hold on. Shevchenko has fought at 25 and 35, correct? Has Weili ever fought at anything other than 15?
Not in the UFC.
Yeah, as far as I know, not in the UFC.
Okay.
Give me Shevchenko.
Man.
Give me Shevchenko.
Oh, dude. Again, no, I can't. I gotta go Shevchenko. I could see Weili winning this, but like I feel like Shevchenko's got it.
So I'm gonna run some MMA math here. Although, well, I guess it's not MMA math. I just feel like, you know, Weili lost the Rose, and I couldn't see Valentina losing the Rose.
I think she's too small, and also it's not like if Weili was like on this crazy tear and she was like, you know, 25, I'd be like, oh, okay, like she's got youth on her side.
To play devil's advocate, though, Shevchenko did lose to Alexa Grasso.
That's a good point.
And Grasso was a strawweight who moved up.
That's a good point.
But Grasso moved up out of probably like feeling like flyweight's a better weight for her. Mm-hmm. You know?
Right, whereas Weili's
like, moving it up for like legacy.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going Shevchenko.
I am also going Shevchenko. Although I could easily see that not being
I'm going Sean Brady. Till the wheels fall off.
Dude, me too.
Till the wheels fall off.
And not only like is like because we like Sean, but also I legit think he's gonna like I don't want to say easily win this, but I think people are gonna be like I think people are gonna really realize.
I'm nervous.
Oh,
Michael Morales is a dangerous fight.
Super dangerous.
Dude, he's 18-0. Brady's 18-1. Brady obviously has fought higher level competition, but Morales is super dangerous. Brady's putting this number one contendership on the line. Shavkat, that's his name, right? Is like re-injured.
Yep.
If Brady and now that Ian Gary fight's going to be a whole year ago, come December. If Sean Brady wins this fight, it's on the same card as the title's being contested on. If Sean Brady wins this fight, he's next.
100%.
He is next. The problem is that's not going to happen before New Year's, which means my pick for this year's welterweight champ is not going to come to fruition.
Damn, dude. Imagine if it's JDM as the champ. None of us will have picked that.
You picked it, didn't you?
No, not JDM. No way.
You picked it.
I picked Shavkat.
And you picked.
I didn't think Shavkat was
I'm pretty sure I did
blown out.
Shavkat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't,
Shavkat, JDM, I get them confused a lot. They look alike.
they look super similar. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Brady is going to dominate in this fight. I'm not saying that like other things couldn't happen, but I think that he's going to go out. And
So
dominate.
my prediction here is like I think Morales is going to come out strong, as I think we all think that. But as the fight goes on, I think it's going to be more like the longer the fight, the more Brady's going to pull away.
I'm not saying that I definitely foresee this fight going this way. This one's like the only one I haven't picked officially yet, but this fight kind of gives me vibes of like Whitaker and Duplessis, where my brain is telling me stylistically, I'm like, Brady's like really good. He should win this. He should do this. But I feel like if you're going to beat Brady, you have to like someone who could out physical him, especially on the feet, and push him backwards and make him uncomfortable behind his guard. Because Brady isn't known for like super like smooth defensive striking. You know, he's got good striking to set up his wrestling, but he doesn't have like the best defensive striking, especially if you back him up to the cage. And Morales is like such a towering powerhouse. I could see him coming out and just be like maybe even losing the first 2 rounds, but being able to out physical Brady in the end and end up like catching him with something up against the cage and just like pouring it on.
That's what's exciting about guys like Morales is like,
Yeah.
literally anyone in the division he could just clip and then that's lights out, you know?
So this one's like really tough for me. The other ones I feel like I have a pretty confident pick in, except
Speaking
for
of
this
which,
one.
what were your picks for the ones that we went over already? I don't think you...
I got JDM and Zhang.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
The Zhang pick is the only pick on this card that I'm like a little bit more kind of emotional biased than. I still think she can absolutely win, but I've been like a diehard Zhang fan for a while, so
Yeah, she's a monster.
I'm big on her. I also think the Rose fight, the MMA math for that, like I think if they fought now, Zhang would beat Rose pretty easily.
Yeah, I
Didn't she
agree.
beat her
Yeah, she
eventually?
did.
Like back? Didn't she
Yeah.
beat her back?
I don't think so. I think she's 0-2 to Rose.
What? Really?
Oh.
She got head kicked and then decisioned. Yeah, she got head kicked and then Zhang
Oh.
got decisioned. It was a controversial
I
decision.
remember that wrong, man.
Rose won the decision and then lost to Carla.
Wow, that's
And the Carla fight was the
insane.
one where they just danced, right? And they
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah, and they were like,
That was the
Carla
staring.
won, and Rose like thought she should have won because of her defense, and that's when we were like, bro, you can't win by
Dude,
defense.
also some of the worst corner advice I've ever heard. She comes back to the stool and she's like looking at the crowd. She's kind of like feeling defeated. And Pat Barry is like, the boos are good. That means you're winning. I was like, does it? Like,
Yeah, it was weird.
yeah. Oh, dude. Banger.
bro,
Oh, man. This is hard. This is hard.
I don't know how I want to say this, but I think I'm gonna go Protez. I think Leon Edwards is a better fighter. I almost don't want to say this, but dude, he's so far away that like it doesn't matter. I'll never cross paths. Like I just don't want to be disrespectful to someone who I think very highly of.
Yeah.
But I think he's done.
Dude, bro, everyone gets washed at some point. Like, it just is what
Like
it
I don't
is.
think I think he's not. I don't want to say like washed is like when like your body can't keep up. You know what I mean?
mentally you're out of it, or for
Yeah,
whatever
okay,
reason.
okay. Yeah, I
all
think
of
he's-
the aspects that meet for peak performance.
Yeah, I
something's
think
not
he's
at-
just like he's
Yeah.
just like.
I don't think it's
from what I'm seeing, I
disrespectful.
think he's just done. He's just checked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I think there's some of that, and also I've been really big on Leon Edwards is a really, really good open stance fighter, and you see that when he fights southpaws, he'll switch to ortho. You know,
Oh, yeah.
in order to get that open stance. And Protez being a southpaw, obviously he can go orthodox, but like, is he as good orthodox? I don't know. Protez being on his like little hype train right now, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Protez as well.
Okay, cool. All right.
Although I think that like peak Edwards does like crush Protez, and it's crazy because peak Edwards is like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Or like
Right.
when was he
That's
champ?
what I think too. Yeah, I think that too. All right. Is there anything else we need to look at?
Ooh, dude,
Give
this
me
is a banger
give me
card.
BSD. Saint Denis.
Yeah, BSD for sure in this.
Like this fight though. I'm interested in this entire main card. I'll be in Orlando for this.
Oh, dude, yeah, we got to pick
I'm
this.
going Bo Nickel.
Dude, no, bro, we're picking the next one too.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
I'm going Bo Nickel. No, we're picking a ton. Give me Bo Nickel. Give me.
Ooh, this is an interesting one.
Oh gosh.
Was it Kopalov's last fight the one where he looked like not very good?
Yeah.
He lost to Costa.
That's
that
right.
Fight. It wasn't like a terrible performance, but Costa did well.
No, I remember watching it, and again, this is kind of like the bias I have when I watch our fighters. Is like I think very highly of Kopylov, and so when I saw him just like not perform against Paulo, I was like, Also, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I agree. I think I'm also going with Bo. I think I'm gonna go with RoboCop, dude. I hope I'm not just. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going RoboCop.
Oh God, I don't know. Me too. G-Rod. And then I'm going Aaron Blanchfield.
Oh, yes, definitely I'm going Aaron Blanchfield. All right, Max, who do you got? You got to catch up here a little bit.
I got Kopylov, Blanchfield, and I mean, I don't know. I guess Vieira. I really don't care.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take Vieira just to try and rack up some points.
All right, scroll down.
How do you see Vieira winning that?
I just don't. Yeah.
Jabs, decisions.
Oh, look at Wellmaker. Wellmaker and Haddon.
Ooh. Wait, hold on. Cody
Mershart and Kyle Dawkins. Pat Sabatini. Dude, this
banger card, right?
Are you kidding me?
You don't got any fights this weekend either.
Oh,
are you going to be around for this card?
Bro,
Like,
I'm at ADCC trials in Orlando.
Oh. You'll figure it out.
Is this a normal time card?
You want to know what else is this weekend? The freaking national duels are this weekend. The number 2 through 17 teams are in a 16-man bracket. Penn State didn't do it. That's this weekend.
You're gonna have a lot of catching up to do.
I know. I might call off work Monday and Tuesday just to sit at home. Oh, speaking of, I'll be good for Monday because I fly back. So unless how flights are. So we'll see. Yeah. But I should be good for regular Monday. But yeah, hey guys. Well, that's this week's episode of Listen to Your Coaches. We're not going to pick any of these other ones nor talk about them. If we wanted to talk about them, you guys should have done things faster. I'm out of time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Shout out to our boy the chef.